Hey everyone, Johnnyonoes here playing some Project Zomboid version 37 with Hydrocraft, and in this final crafting video for my Hydrocraft related series, we're going to be building 4 of the most difficult things to craft. Now, I would have to say the laboratory and the medical lab were more difficult in terms of having to find a variety of different loot, but these things that we're going to be doing today take a ton of resources, like a ton of steel, and I just randomly hit Q. I'm really happy that I was, accumulating steel as I've been going through this series, but we're going to be using a ton of that today. We're going to be building 4 different things. We're going to build the solar park with the generator attached. We're going to be working on the stamp mill, the macerator, and then the almost fully upgraded dark mine. Now I'm going to start with the dark mine, but let's give you a recap of where we're at right now. We're now at survive for 1 year, 12 days, 23 hours. We've almost killed about 10,000 zombies. We're now sitting in about July 17th. But yeah, Linda's been alive for a long time. She just finished her runway. Let me go show you guys that. Here's my pretty little runway, where I can now take my plane. We recovered one of the planes in Rosewood during one of the big streaming sessions. This runway is long enough now that I can easily take off from here. I made sure to clear out all the grass and all the little trees that are growing through the erosion mod. I'm gonna have to check it every so often in case a stump appears and blocks our plane from able to take off. But yeah, this took a good amount of time, but clearing all those trees really did give us a very large surplus of charcoal now, so I don't have to worry about any charcoal, and I don't worry about the pallets anymore. It's all about using this beautiful beast of an item, which is the covered wagon with oxen. You don't actually have to cover it, I just felt like I needed to. But this thing is so beautiful. Look at this. So I'm sure I'm heavy, right? But I can pretty much sprint, I can walk around pretty easily, but I can carry 520 units of weight. It is insane. I highly, highly suggest you build one of these, just so that you don't have to worry about, having to pack pallets and having to unpack pallets. It makes things so much easier when you're moving heavy stuff like charcoal and good old wood. So, yeah. So the first thing we're going to build today is the dark mine. I'm going to be building a completely separate mine for a couple reasons. Now, the first reason is going to be the fact that once you go past this level of mine, so this is mine hole with pulley that we're currently using, it's going to start requiring batteries. Now, once you get to the dark mine, you start to be able to get some of the more rare resources, such as titanium and zinc. There's a couple others, as well as a lot of different gems that you can make into jewelry and all that good stuff too. The problem is, though, I don't like having to use batteries every time I use a mine. Now, I have this opportunity to be picky about my mines because of the fact that I'm playing single player. Single player allows me just to speed up time. Screw it, I can just blow a whole day mining or blow 2 days in a row mining. No big deal. That only, burns like 4 or 5 minutes off of my back. But if I'm playing multiplayer, this is a much bigger issue because of the fact that you can't just speed up time. You've got to sit through the timer each time. Now, every time you upgrade your mine, the action that you do every time to mine gets shorter. And that's important for multiplayer because obviously you're real time, so you really don't have any choice at this point. But in single player, I do have the ability to go, all right, I want 2 mines. I want one that's going to require batteries and then give me the rare stuff, and then I'll use another one for all the basic stuff that I've got, like iron and tin and sulfur, all this stuff that you see kind of laid out all over the place here. So I'm going to go with the dark mine, and we're going to build one from scratch. So let's go ahead and grab all the good stuff. I know I still have some augers in here. Haven't melted down all my augers yet, even though I'm finding tons of them. I don't understand how I've been finding tons of sledgehammers and tons of stuff on this particular seed. Like I normally don't find any augers, and I normally don't find any sledgehammers, but for this seed, I've been very lucky with at least those items. Of course, there's other items such as agar and cork and all that other stuff that I haven't been able to make. or I haven't really found all that easily. Let's go ahead and make a wooden ladder. If you don't remember, making a wooden ladder requires a beam. So we got to go grab some logs and go ahead and make those beams. I'll be right back. All right, we got everything we need now. We got 2 wood beams, 6 planks. I'm gonna go through this first portion pretty quickly. So, because I've already done one of these, so I don't need to go over it again. But there we go. We should have everything we need now. Let's go back to stone working. There it is. And we have all we need to dig our second mine. Let's go ahead and make that. All right, and voila, we've got a mine hole in our donkey. Congratulations. All right, so now we need to upgrade this guy to upgrade to mine. So we need a wooden bucket, 2 thick rope, a punching bag stand as well. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up punching bag stands. I'm gonna make it really quick, like I said, because we've already done this. So that just requires two pipe, 2 steel pipe, metal sheet, all that good stuff. And we did a lot of metalworking looting in the last stream, so we've got a lot of this already kind of waiting for us to use. So we're just gonna grab our welding tool here and make 2 of these stands for the upgraded mine. All right, so we now have our 2 punching bag stands, and let's go ahead and make some thick rope here with some of the rope that I've made from stripping poor zombies down. All those naked zombie corpses out there. We're gonna go ahead and grab a steel pulley, which I've looted quite a few of them. I really highly suggest you loot these because they are a pain to make on your own. Let's see, steel pulley. I still have 2 spiffos. I gotta do something with that on our final episode, the next episode. So we got our steel pulley here, and let's go make a quick wooden bucket. We have everything we need over here. I know I've probably made over 200 buckets so far. So yeah, buckets are a thing that we make a lot of in Hydrocraft. And there it is. There's the upgraded mine. So we're now... Oh, I just canceled it. Oh. But yeah, so now that we have this mine, we are now at the same point as our regular mine. And once this is finished crafting, we'll go ahead and work on the upgrade to the dark mine. Here it is. Mine hole with pulley. Same as what we have over here. Let's throw it into our donkey. I have a feeling we're gonna be using our welding torch quite a bit in this one, so I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Now, for the dark mine, we need a considerable amount of stuff. Now, this first one isn't too bad. When you look at it, you're like, oh, candle and holder, wooden beams, I've done that. Lumber stack, steel beams, ooh, that's pretty painful. Plank barrier, I mean, this all looks pretty easy, but do not disregard these candles and holders. Candles can only be made by, by hand once you have hemp. I was very lucky to find 6 candles as well as 6 candle holders on my travels, and as soon as I saw them, like, yoink, I'm gonna pick that one up. So definitely, you see any candles, you see any candle holders, pick those up, because while they're not super hard to make on your own, if you don't have the hemp seed from the mysterious seed packets, then you're not gonna be able to build it. So once again, looting is the best, recycling is second best, and making it on your own is the worst. So looting is the best. All right, so wood beams, you already know how that's done. You take a log, you put it to a I keep forgetting what this is called. The sawbuck. There we go. So you use the lumber saw and the sawbuck with some logs. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Let's get some more removed from the stack. Can't speed up time. Come on, Johnny. So we need quite a few of them. How many do we need? We needed 12 wood beams. So let's try to pick up 12 logs. I was only able to pick up 9, but I did make some more wood beams here earlier, so hopefully that'll be enough. So let's make... Oh, I don't have the... Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. The sawbuck. The sawbuck in view here. There we go. Let's make some beams. We'll make 9 of them. All right, and that leaves us with 21 wood beams on the ground here, so let's go ahead and try to pick up 12 of these guys. All right, so we got 12 of them. One wood beam in our first donkey and 11 in our second. I had to go get the other donkey because we're carrying a lot. I may actually need to use the oxen for this too. So it's the next thing we need here. So we need 2 lumber stacks. That's not a big deal. Let's go ahead. You know what? Actually, let's go ahead and just throw all we are collecting into this pallet truck for right now. That way we can keep everything nice and together. We may need to move one of these dollies next to it so that we get all of the components all in the same spot. So lumber stacks aren't too hard. All I need is 2 rope. We'll go to our gigantic stack of plank over here. Oh, that giganto stack of plank is not so giganto anymore. I may have to do some more plank stuff too. I focused so much on charcoal that I forgot to do beams and planks too, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and make these into a stack. There it is. All right, so there's our 2 lumber stack. Let's go ahead and throw it in the pallet. All right, so the next thing we need to build is a plank barrier. I don't think I've made one of those yet, and I don't think it's that hard. Let's find out. Yep, pretty easy. 8 planks, 4 nails. Not a big deal. Throw that into the pallet truck. And now for the extremely painful part. 8 steel beams. Now, to make a steel beam, I'm gonna make 1, and then I'll see you guys once I'm done with all 8. But to make steel beams, we need to get, I think it's like 3 steel rods, and I think each steel rod is 4 steel ingot. So we need 12. That's 12. I think 14 is my number of items on a list here. Let me see if I got it. Yeah, there it is. All right, so we take 12 steel ingot, head on to the anvil here, and then we use a steel smithy hammer. Steel rods. Let's see if I can find it. Here they are. Steel rods. Make 4 of them. All right, so my calculations were a little incorrect. I don't need 4 steel rods. I need 3 per beam, so that's not too bad. So that equates to, let's see, it was 4 steel, wasn't it? Let's see. Yeah, so it's 4 steel ingots per rod, so yeah, 12. Huh. I don't know where I did the math wrong there, but okay. Anyways, to make the beam, you just need 3 steel rods, some charcoal, water, and a steam hammer, which we have right over here. And I thought we had a magnesium striker here, but I've got plenty of others. Let me go grab it before we move on. I always like to have all the stuff that I need, like in the case of like all the burning agents, like lighters and magnesium strikers. I like to make sure there's one in each spot that I'm actually going to use it. So I haven't been using the steam hammer all that much, so I never needed to throw a magnesium striker down, but here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and make 1 steel beam, and then I will then go proceed to make all the rest of the steel beams. So we need 8 of them total, which is a lot of work and a ton of steel. So be very prepared to do a lot of recycling, as well as any charcoal that you might have gotten here, you know, making to steel through coke and iron ingot. But anyways, I'll see you guys once I've got 8 steel beams, and give Linda some rest and all that good stuff too. So see you guys when it's done. All right, just to give you an idea of how much steel went into 8 steel beams, I actually ran out of steel. I completely ran out of steel, and I needed to go make some more. I had a little bit more coal and iron to make into steel, but all 80 of that steel that I had here that I was bragging that I've been collecting over the years, no, it's gone. It's all gone already. So, and I needed to make some more to make all these steel beams. So be very prepared to make around 96. Let me get the calculation for you exactly how many steel ingots you need. So the number of steel ingots you need is 96. So it's 8. So it's 8 steel beams. Each steel beam requires 3 rods, which then requires 4 ingots per rod. So that is 96 steel ingots. So be prepared to collect a lot of steel ingots to just make this upgrade to the Dark Mine. Let's go ahead and collect a shovel and a pickaxe, which we have over here. These 2 are not consumed, I would imagine. I think I have my shovel over here in my bag box, my bag bench. Here we go. And that should give us everything. So 6 candle holders, and candle holders the hardest thing. Even if you you know, compare it to 96 steel ingots, this is still the hardest thing because candles are very rare to pick up. Steel, you can basically melt down almost everything in the game to make you steel ingots. But anyways, let's go ahead and make this thing. All right, here's our dark mine. I've got to find a much better place to put this. It's huge. Let's see if I can move it down just a bit. I really want it to be close to our mine. I may have to move the mine a little bit, and the dark mine has to be on the other side of it. Let's see how this looks. Oh, yeah, it looks a lot better. Let me see if I can see all of it. I can see the mine hall. Yeah, I've got to figure out the right placement for it, but there we go. We got ourselves a dark mine. I'm gonna have to move this mine around again, but that's not a big deal. So now, we're not over yet. The next part is actually even harder. The next upgrade, so upgrade dark mine, requires a mine cart, steel pulley, 6 thick rope, crank, steel rod again, and some work gloves. Not a big deal, right? Until you look at minecart. The minecart requires 4 steel wheels, 5 steel sheets, 8 steel rods, 2 steel poles, and a steel beam, just because. So yeah, because this stuff requires so much steel and and we've ran out, I'm gonna go ahead and recycle as much as I can. I think I've got a good amount of stuff left to recycle, but let's go ahead and recycle, and maybe I'll use the trash heap over here as well. And I'm gonna try to get as much steel as I can, either through mining or whatnot. Okay, so with everything that I had in my inventories, in my library and everywhere else, I was only able to get about 47 steel ingots, so hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully. I probably won't, but it's okay. I can mine the rest, or maybe I'll go looting or something, but we'll find out. So let's go ahead and make some steel rings. Now, steel rings, I probably just need to come on over to the anvil, and let's see if it's in this list. Okay, I definitely don't have enough steel for this. Each metal ring is a steel rod. So I've got to make 4 rods here. So let's go make 4 rods. I mean, I'm going to have to make more rods than this, but we'll just make 4 right now. That was 4, let's see. Yep, steel rod. Then go to the anvil and then make metal rings. There we go. There is 4 steel rings. Now, let's go back to the wheels real quick. Alright, and then to finish off the rest of the wheels, I need 2 steel rods per wheel. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and make them. This is so sad. All the steel just getting melted away. Alright, so let's make these rods. See how many we can make. I'm just going to make all the rods, because we're going to be using them anyways. I completely forgot about metal scrap. I had about 59 metal scrap, so that saved us here, at least. So there we go. We can make 2 of them. Interesting. Oh, we need a welding torch. Okay, so it's probably our welding torch is out of gas. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and head on over here, and we'll make what wheels we can. Make metal wheels. That should make 2 steel wheels. There we go, there's 2 steel wheels. Let's go ahead and replace our welding tank here and make 2 more wheels. There it is. Huzzah! We've made 4 wheels. Now for the rest of the cart. Let's see what we need. Oh, I did it again. Keep trying to move every time I'm still in the typing field here. So we need another 8 steel rods, steel poles, which I think are steel rods, and steel beams, which are steel rods. So I know I have the metal sheets, so we're good there. Let's see what we need for a steel pole real quick. Yeah, so the steel rods are just like the steel beams in the sense that we have to use the steam hammer with steel rods, and yeah, it just requires 2 of them. So let's see, we need 2 steel poles. So let's make 4 rods for the steel poles, and then another 3 for the steel beams. So that's 7 rods. I'm just gonna make as many steel rods as I can at this point. I don't think we have enough though. I don't want to have to mine, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. Let's see what happened here. I should have had more than that. Maybe it's on the ground. Every time there's less than you expect, always check the ground. There we go. We got 15 rods. All right, let's head on over to the steam machine again, or the steam hammer. And we got to make sure we do this right, because I've made the mistake in the past where I haven't made the right thing. Maybe we're out of water. No, we've got water. What are we missing here? All right, it just looked like we ran out of charcoal. Not a big deal. All right, very carefully. 2 steel poles. Don't want to waste the steel. And then a steel beam. Let's see how many steel rods we have left after this, because we still need another 8. Still need another 8 for the cart. Oh my god, I think we got it right on the dot. Let me see. I don't want to get too excited yet. Oh, we got it! We got it! Oh my god, I'm so happy we had enough. Alright, great. So let's go ahead and make the minecart. That's 4 steel wheels, 5 steel sheets, 8 steel rods, just cuz, steel poles, steel beams, welding torch, welding mask. Oh man, that's... The minecart in itself right there is a doozy, man. Oh my goodness. There we go. Steel cart. Huzzah. That one is tough. I have 3 ingots left. I think we burned... I'm gonna get the calculations for all this at some point for you. And that was a lot of steel ingots. I don't even know. I was praying. I was like, please have enough steel. But I bet you I'm gonna be sad because I'm gonna need to use more of it here. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, here we go. We need another steel rod. So, and I think we need another steel rod for the crank too. Give me 1 second. Let me look to see crank. Oh, where is it? Yeah, we need 2 steel rods to finish this thing up. 1 for the crank and just 1 for the mine. So let me go ahead and do some mining, get that coal and iron, and then make it into pure steel. This is the hard way to do it. Gotta recycle before you try doing it from scratch, but yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna do maybe a couple days of mining, and then we'll finish this stuff up. So, a note that I forgot to mention, I said I was gonna mine, but instead I'm gonna go a different route. I'm instead gonna use metal detectors. Now that I have the ability to just kind of charge batteries forever, given all the charcoal that I have, I'm just gonna sit here with the metal detector and just detect stuff that's metal, and hopefully the stuff that I pick up is going to be capable of recycling into steel. So I'm going to add another layer to that mantra of mine. So it's recycle. Oh, sorry, it's loot. Obviously, loot is the best way to go. Then there's recycle plus using like an object that allows you to collect a lot of stuff, such as the metal detector, the mine, the bug net, all that other stuff, then make it from scratch. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to metal detect until I find tons and tons of steel related stuff. I already found 2 of them, but and make my inventory super gigantic. And I'm just going to keep metal detecting until I can't metal detect no more. Alright, so I spent some time getting some steel, back up to 28, but that's pretty much all I can eke out today. I should probably go do some more looting and really kind of focus down on, you know, I could probably melt down some of these steel pipes that I have. I've got 43 of them, and I think you get 1 steel per steel pipe. But definitely working on my metalworking a little bit better would get me a lot more metal scrap, as well as some other stuff I can melt down into steel. But that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead and make those 2 steel rods. So we just need 8 ingots. Bring it over to the anvil as usual. There's 2 steel rods. There we go. And now we got to go ahead and make a wood block. And I think I need some more logs for that. We have 1 log over here. That's good enough for me. And let's see. Wood block. There it is. Keep lumber saw. I think we get the sawbuck in there too. Get a couple more. Let's see. Yep. There we go. 15 wood blocks. Not a big deal. With the steel rod and the wood block, I should be able to make a crank now. There we go. Just needed to be next to the anvil for it. So steel rod, wood block, tongs, steel hammer, work gloves, and iron anvil. Go ahead and make that crank. I think that might be it, guys. Let's see. Let's see what we got so far. Here's all our junk in one place. Steel rod, throw in there. throw the crank in there. Let's see what we got. All right, there it is. Upgrade the dark mine with pulley. Let's craft one of them. So I'm planning on going up to this point with the dark mine. There is one more upgrade that you can do with the dark mine. Let me go find, oh geez, look how big that thing is. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness, kind of hard to see in the dark. But there is one more dark mine, and let me go find it real quick. So here's the sea machine with dark mine. This is the final upgrade that you can apply to a mine. Now, I'm not going to go to this full upgrade because of the fact that, once again, I'm in single player and I don't really need the benefits of lowering the time it takes for each action. And the other thing is, every time you use a dark mine, you're going to be using power from a helmet that you're going to, I have to build. Let me build one of those. But I'm going to make a helmet that basically allows you to have a hard hat with a flashlight and or a candle on it. So you're going to be having to recharge that battery every 8 or 9 actions or so. If you use the steam machine, you're also having to power that too. So if you combine that with like the mining drill, which would give you the fastest action possible. Sorry, it's like the personal mining, what is it? The mining tool. Let me see what that's called. I remember now. A portable mining tool. If you use that, that means you're going to be basically charging 3 things at once. Your little helmet, the portable mining tool, as well as the steam machine. So the pulley with the dark mine is the perfect limit for me. That way, while I'm mining, I'm using a pickaxe, and the only thing I'm going to have to recharge over and over and over again with a small battery is our helmet. Let's go ahead and make that so that we can actually use this mine. So here are the 2 hats that I'm talking about. There's one that you can make with a candle. I don't necessarily want to have to keep making candles because that's gonna be too much of a pain. And that might, I don't know, might be a good alternative, but you use 10% of this thing every time you mine. Oh no, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. The one I am gonna make is the mining hat, make mining hat. I guess they're both candle mining hat, as well as the flashlight mining hat. So this one requires a small flashlight, 2 duct tape, hard hat, and a thin rope. Hopefully I have a flashlight. I already said that before. I was a little bit afraid that I didn't even have a flashlight. Let's see. Does it come up? Yes, it does. I've got it somewhere in here. Flashlight. Yeah, there it is. And then we should have the duct tape and the hard hat over here, and then we can make the thin rope pretty easily. So duct tape and a hard hat. Let me just make sure that it was enough duct tape. That's 2 units, so let's grab another one just in case. And then a hard hat. I made sure to collect one of those. And let's go ahead and make thin rope with one of these ropes. There we go. We got a mining hat, which I was wrong. It's actually, you only do like 3 actions per battery. So as you can see, it's a lot of work to have to keep up those small batteries so that you can continuously mine to get at that rare stuff. You can see kind of why now I wanted to have 2 separate mines, one for regular stuff and then one for the rare stuff. So there we go. We did it. The dark mine with pulley and a flashlight mining hat. And I'll get this all rearranged once I start using it all. All right, on to the next thing, which is going to be what I've been waiting for to make forever. We got 8 electrical from the last stream, so we are ready now to work on the solar park, and then after that, the solar park with a generator. All right, so I'm sitting here looking at this going, something has changed, and there was an update a couple days ago, and I am now happily surprised to find out that the solar panels that you can pick up, they're different now. They look different. They used to be kind of like a little triangle of a solar panel. They're different now, and the solar park just requires flat up like solar panels. No like handmade solar panels from before. So I'm sorry, I'm a little taken back by the change of the recipe here. But what this means is that you don't have to collect calculators anymore. Solar panels are actually pretty easy to find because before it used to be like handmade solar panels which required these solar cells here. And I think you get 2 of these per calculator. Let me just go ahead and dismantle 1 calculator just to see what we got. I'm like so ecstatic here that you don't need so many friggin' calculators anymore. We'll dismantle 1 calculator. Okay, so that requires, okay, yeah, so each calculator will give you 1 solar cell. And yeah, look at that. So I'm gonna go loot some more solar panels. I've been leaving so many of them because I knew I only needed 1 of them. So the old recipe required just 1 regular solar panel that you can loot, and then like 2 of these handmade solar panels that you needed like tons of these solar cells for. But it's gotten easier. Oh my god, thank you, Hydromancer. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go loot some solar panels. I know where they're at, and we'll be right back. It's so nice. Okay, we're back with 4 solar panels. I had to go pick up 2 more. I had only picked up like 2 because I was like, I only need 1. So, yep, we got 4. So what we need now is a steel pole, 2 red copper cables, some LED stuff, and some displays. Let's go ahead and pick up all this small stuff before we even start talking about the battery array here. Let's see, here's all our electronic stuff, which I lost a lot of when, so there was an update to Hydrocraft on Thursday, and what happened was basically everything around my junkyard got blown up. So I had to rebuild everything on this corner, and I lost all of my electrical stuff, so hopefully I have enough of it here. So we got some red cable here. Need 2 red LEDs. I'm just gonna go ahead and collect all this stuff and see when I'm done. Alright, all little stuff is now collected. Let's go ahead and make another steel pole, so that's another, what, 6 steel? Oh my goodness. We've gone through so much. Actually, no, it's more like 8 steel. No, don't take my steel from me. Please stop taking my steel. Alright, let's go ahead and let's make some more steel rods. More steel rods. Alright, so we have the 2 steel rods now for the pole. Let's make that pole. Alright, got it. Let's throw it in our pallet truck here. Alright, now let's take a very close look at the battery array. This thing is going to be a little bit tough too. Know how to spell battery. There we go. Okay, nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. My welding torch is still here from our last thing we built. We just need, yeah, we gotta collect some more wires, 3 metal sheets, as well as those car batteries that I've been collecting. Let's get 3 metal sheets. And I'll go ahead and get all the batteries over here. Finally clean up this area of the world. I think I'm gonna have to use both donkeys for this one. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get another donkey. I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to carry them, all these batteries, even with 2 donkeys. Let's see. I need 8 batteries. Alright, looks like I'm just gonna have to hold the battery on my own. Alright, let's go get 2 of those 2 types of cables, and then the welding torch. And oh yeah, we have to bring the welding torch over to the electronics workshop. So let's just do that. That way I don't have to actually collect the cables. Hopefully I can carry this thing. 6 point... yeah, it's fine. We're good. We're good. We can do this. There it is. Build the battery array, and I think that's all we're gonna need for the solar park. Very exciting! Alright, there she is, the battery array. Only 8 kilos worth of weight, even though there's probably 400 kilos worth of weight on it. There's the battery array. Let's throw that inside this guy, and that should give us what we need for the solar park. Oh, well, we need to bring everything to the electronics workbench. Let's collect it all. Now that we don't have to carry the battery, you should be able to carry everything. Yep, that was easy. And I can see the workbench. Build the solar park. Oh, it looks so different now. It looks nice. I like it. The other one looked too much like the steam machine. But this new icon looks great. So all you gotta do is, like, you just leave this out in the open, and it will eventually fill up with power, and you can use this to charge your batteries. Now, basically for free. I think all you need is like a power cord or either a wire or something like that. But the thing is, though, you can only charge so many batteries per day, where if you use the good old charger over here, it just depends on how much charcoal you can generate. So if you're next to a forest, I would definitely stick with just the charger. If you're not, then having your own solar, just the regular solar park, will let you, you know, recharge your batteries all day if you want. Let me see. I think you have to turn this thing on somehow. No, actually you don't. You just leave it out in the open for 24 hours and it will become a charged solar park, which then you, just like the biogas. Oh, you know what? That's right. We have to make another biogas pump. I got to add that to the list of stuff to do today. But yeah, with the solar park, you just leave it out for 24 hours. It'll be fully charged after that. And then at that point, you can then just use batteries, or you can just take dead batteries and charge it on this. But then, of course, once it depletes, you're looking at having to wait another 24 hours for this thing to charge up. It'd be great if you can make like 9 or 10 of them, but given the rarity of those, the car batteries, I really wish you can make your own car batteries. I'm actually going to put that as a suggestion. Make your own car batteries. I mean, you can make huge batteries, right? Make your own car batteries. Hydromancer's asking me for suggestions and bugs and all that good stuff. So that would be something that I think you should be able to make yourself, because I mean, it would just be plastic. Whatever. Anyways, so there's the solar park. Now, the easy part now, well, it wasn't easy. Getting electrical to 8 was not easy. Let's go ahead and get one of the generators and make this into a solar upgrade to solar park generator, and it'll be a solar generator at that point. All right, let's go ahead and pick up this generator here. We got 3 of them. Not really sure why I have 3 of them, but we got 3 of them. All right, let's go ahead and grab our solar park and whoop, too far. Oh, I guess that works. All right, so solar park generator, keep screwdriver, boom. We now have a solar park generator. I have no idea how this thing works. Let's find out. Oh, it's really heavy. Oh, it's only 20. What am I carrying that's so heavy? Oh, that's right. My donkey's got unequipped when I pick up the, generator. Let's see, get this on the right side. There we go, there we go. All right, solar generator. Let's throw it in a donkey. And I was originally thinking that I wanted to connect this to my little shed over here, but you know, when it's late at night and it's completely dark inside the house, and even during the day, it's just so dreary in here. You don't even hear the hum of the refrigerator. You don't hear the hum of the oven when it's working. I mean, let's go ahead and connect it to the house. Let's see where a good place would be to put that. Maybe we'll put it right here. Now, I heard that you actually have to anchor this thing for it to produce power. And it says something about a range too. So like I said, I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but let's see. Plug-in generator. Okay. So the generator is now plugged in. Oh, we can unplug it. Okay, never mind. There's no... You can walk through it, no problem. All right, let's see what happens when we walk inside. Things work. Oh, look at that. Things are getting cold again. Did I turn this on? I can turn it on again. Oh my god, that is so exciting. Let me make something. I gotta check I haven't even fed my pigs in a while. Let me feed these guys and I'm gonna butcher one and get all the meat. Oh my god, I'm so excited. All right, I got all my cooking stuff. Let's go ahead and put it in the house. I can actually use the house now. Oh my goodness. I got my 105 honey buns. Oh, I can't put my honey buns in here with the, all this gross stuff. Let's get this out of here. What is this doing here? That out of Oh, the honey buns are cooling. Look, they already last a long time, but now they're gonna last even longer. Oh, beautiful. All right, all right. We got our meat. Oh, I didn't put the rawhide, the pig rawhide away, but that's okay. I'm gonna put a meat grinder in there. I can actually use the house. This is so cool. This house has just been an empty shell just in the middle of my gigantic base. All right, so let's use the meat grinder to make up all this pork chop into pork sausages. Let's turn it on. Go, heat up. Oh boy, look at that. No fuel whatsoever. No detractions at all. Just beautiful sausages. Oh, so good. Oh, now I can burn the house down again if I don't do this properly. But yeah, look at that. Bro, look at all that food just sitting there waiting for me to take it. Oh, alright. For all my intestines and all my cooking supplies in here. Oh, you have no idea how happy I am. Oh, so good. I mean, if I was doing the MRE thing, it'd be no big deal, but it's such an amazing feeling to be able to power through a whole year in game and get to this point where things become easier again. Like, the vanilla game just doesn't give you that satisfaction. It's hard work forever. And it's kind of hard to, you know, let's go play some Project Zomboid again. Then you go, wait a second. It never gets easier. It never, ever gets easier. But now with Hydrocraft, oh, God. Oh, that was the first thing that I've been just like, oh, I'm so happy. That and the bullet making. That and bullet making. Those two things. I mean, all this stuff, too. The farming, oh, I'm just overwhelmed with happiness right now. Okay. So, that was the solar generator. Look how nicely that works. The only thing I didn't notice... Oh, wait. I can hear it now. I can hear the hum of the refrigerator. Can you guys hear it? Not the most soothing noise you'd ever hear in your life. I made all that food and I didn't even eat. What should we eat? Should we eat a honey bun? Yeah, let's keep eating some honey buns. Oh. As you probably had imagined, I've been using all my honey that I've been making to make honey buns, which are extremely fattening. So it's actually kind of nice that you can eat lots of them at once for each, like, basically every sitting. And I make like 120 of them for every cycle that the beehives go through. All right, so what are we gonna do next? I did all the exciting stuff first. Now I got all the boring stuff left. I think we have like 2 more things to do, right? The Macerator, as well as the, God, I keep forgetting the name of that thing. Awkward Cut and Stamp Mill. Stamp Mill. Let's see what we need to do for the Stamp Mill. Now, I'm not really sure I really need the Stamp Mill, but it's one of those things that I haven't built. So I'm gonna build it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna build it. You can't stop me. I'm gonna build this Stamp Mill. No one's gonna stop me. Except for my own laziness. Oh, 5 steel rods and another 5 steel ingots. Oh, I think that's why I stopped it the last time. Okay, let's just check to see what the Macerator's all about. This one feels like it'd be more, yeah, it's more electronic parts and stuff. Wow, look at this stuff. Oh my god. So yeah, let's go ahead and make them. Let's make them. As you can see, this is the first time I've actually looked at it, so that's great. Great. Stamp Mill. Oh, dude, all this stuff requires so much steel. I'm not upgrading it to that. Not upgrading it to that at all. Maybe just with the crank. Yeah, just the crank. All right, 5 steel rods though. Hydromancer, you bastard. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, let me go collect some more steel then. So I spent all last night collecting steel ingots, collecting stuff to burn down into steel ingots. I actually didn't do any mining or metal detection. I just looted. It was fun. I got some more skill. Maintenance is almost a 10. Oh, good stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and work on the Stamp Mill real quick. The Macerator's a little scary, so I'm going to stall on that guy. But let's get all these steel rods out of the way. So we need about 20 for this first little batch. Let's see how many I pick up here. All right, that's 20 steel ingots. Let's go ahead and bang those into good old rods. There we go. 5 steel rods. Then we have to collect another 5. It's like I'm kind of feeling like even 100 steel ingots isn't enough for this. But let's see what we got left here. We got all that stuff. Good. So we just need some screws. I think I should have some of those. 16, no problem. Well, maybe not no problem, because I haven't been picking up boxes of them. But, yeah, might have to pick up some more. Grab 2 metal sheets while we're over here. Oh, do not grab all. Come on. Make that interface go where it's supposed to go. Alright, 4 planks, 2 wood beams, no big deal. And all we have left now is the wooden bucket with concrete, which is all set up down here. Here we are. Okay, let's grab a bucket. Well, okay, never mind. I can just make it straight up. I guess I'm going to be using some of the water from my gardening spray here. Not too much. There it is. Easy peasy as long as you have the steel. Alright, we got everything we need. So it's nails, screws, wood beams, planks, concrete, metal sheet, steel rods, steel ingots, welding torch, welding mask, wood gloves, hammer, saw, screwdriver, mason trowel. Let's go ahead and make it. And huzzah, we have a stamp mill. Let me go ahead and put this wooden bucket back. Gotta put all the buckets where they need to go. Keep them there. Alright, so we now have the stamp mill. The next thing we want to do is we want to make this into an upgraded stamp mill with a crank. So we're going to need a stamp mill wheel, 4 planks, crank, and a thick rope. Let's make that crank real quick. So what we're going to need for that is we're going to need a steel rod again. And we'll take 4 steel ingots, grab one of these wood blocks. And then we'll go ahead and I think we go to the, yeah, I think we head on over to the anvil for that. And make the rod first. And then combined into the crank. The crank is done, easy. Now that I know, now that I remember how to do it. Let's make a quick thick rope over here. There we go. 1 thick rope made to order. I'm gonna have to go strip down some more zombies soon. Running out of those rope. Running out of rope. Alright, let's see what it takes to make a stamp mill wheel. So it's probably gonna be in carpentry. Stamp mill wheel. 2 wooden wheels. Interesting. So, luckily I accidentally made some wooden wheels a while back. Let me see if they're still in here. They really should. I don't think I moved them. Oh, look at that, I made 4 wooden wheels when I was making the wagon. I was like, that's not the right wooden wheel! But, I got them, so that's cool. But making a wooden wheel is not too hard. Let me show you how to do that. Wooden wheel. So it's a wooden ring, a wood glue, sturdy stick, and then the carpentry bench and the tools that you normally use. So, not too hard to make wooden wheels, but the wood glue is kind of a sad thing to see go. Alright, so what else we got left here? I think we're pretty close to, let's see, back to engineer. Oh, yeah, we just need to make the wheel now. Stamp mill wheel, 4 planks, 2 nails, 2 wooden wheels, and tools. Alright, now we have everything we need. So, upgrade the stamp mill, that's 4 nails, thick rope, crank, planks, stamp mill wheel, stamp mill, keep the hammer, keep the saw. Huzzah, the 3rd thing for today is done. The crank mill, look how beautiful that thing is. So apparently what this is going to do is it's basically going to use the same, it's going to be the same effect as the portable mining tool with the grinder thing. So if we take some, let me see if I got some stone in here, I should. Oh yeah, I got stone all over the place here. So yeah, let's do stone. I like gravel, gravel's nice, gravel's nice. Grab 10 stone and a bag. I think that's all we're gonna need. Let's find out. Yeah, easy as that. Doesn't take too long. Well, okay, never mind. You actually pick up the whole stamp mill, and it takes a good amount of time to make this. Interesting. I wonder how that compares to, say, the portable mining tool. Let's test. Let's test to see how long it takes. There's the mining grinder with power. Alright, grab that. Yeah, it seems like the mining grinder with power is actually a little bit faster. It still takes a while. But, yeah, I guess the stamp mill isn't all that useful. I mean, it would be really useful to us if we didn't have the ability to recharge our batteries, but now that we've got a pretty good amount of power going, as well as a lot of charcoal, all the resources necessary for all that stuff, I don't know. Maybe the stamp mill is not really worth it. It's probably why I was really lazy about it. It's like, I don't know if I really need this thing, but we made it. Done. Huzzah. Okay. And the very final thing we're going to make in this series is the Macerator. The Macerator. Now, this one's going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be a little difficult. It requires a pretty good amount of stuff. I hope I have circuits, or circuit chips? Yes, circuit chips. Looks like I've got them. Beautiful. Oh, I've got 3. Oh my goodness. So low on electrical stuff right now. Anything else? Yeah, we need the solder and some solder gun action. That's all powered up. And there we go. I think that's all we need from this side of the place. Oh, no, 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 whoa, whoa, hold on there, Johnny. You need some copper cable. There you go. Got some copper cable. Got 3 of them. And we'll make the electric piston later. So let's go grab the other stuff that we need. I think I've got some grinder heads. Yep, I got a calculator. And then the grinder heads. Very nice. And yeah, then that's it. And I think I made some steel gears a while back. I don't know where they are. Oh, they're here somewhere. Let's find them. Oh, they're right here. Nice. So grab 6 of those. 6 of those. Alright, and the metal casing, this was the thing that kind of broke my back yesterday. So I'm actually doing this video 2 days. I don't normally do that, but this is the very first video that I've been defeated on in terms of resources and all the stuff that I needed. I think I kind of ran into that kind of situation with the laboratory and the medical lab too, where I actually had to stream to go collect all the stuff for them, which was pretty gnarly. But the metal casing is what kind of made me go, oh, man. Let's see. Metal casing. Here it is. Yeah. Check that out. 12 steel rods. So what is that? 40, 48? 48 times that by 4, 48 ingots worth of steel. So I'm going to go collect all this, and then we're going to bang out some rods. Alright, the rods are done. I'm very sad now. We're down to 23 steel ingot. Oh my god, I hope we have enough. Oh, those poor steel ingots. Alright, we need 6 metal sheets. Let's go ahead and make this thing. Why would this thing need 12 steel rods? It's insane. Insane. There it is. Metal casing. Let's go ahead and put that away. Let's see what we have left of this thing. Quite a bit, actually. Macerator. So now we gotta make a small electromotor. Now, you can disassemble stuff to get this. I don't know exactly what. I think, you know what? I think it's part of the, like, the electric razor or something like that. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can find this rather than make it, because it's kind of gnarly. Let's see, small... Oh, it's not even motor? It's not even part of electrical. Alright, I've figured, maybe it's an engineer. Small electromotor. There's the piston, which also requires a small electromotor. So yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can just go ahead and loot these real quick, and then when I come back, I'll tell you where I found them, because I was trying to figure out where they came from, and it just dawned on me that there's like electric razors, electric toothbrushes, and stuff like that. I think they may be in that, so I'll find out. So we're back from looting, and unfortunately, after maybe 3 or 4 days of, you know, looting different storage areas, houses, all sorts of stuff like that, I was not able to find anything that would drop the small electronic motor. I went and looked it up, and you can find it from, you know, hair dryers, electric razors, toothbrush. I collected maybe 20 or 30 of them, and none of them actually dropped the motor when I disassembled it. So it's a pretty rare chance for those things to drop. Unfortunately, I checked my recipe list here too, and there was no recipe for both the electric motor and the small electric motor. I was like, okay. Did some little bit of digging in the files, and I found that there was no book associated with these two objects. So what I did is I just went in, made a little change, just a tiny change, nothing too hacky or too clandestine. Let's see, where is it? Where's the electric book? Electric book. E-L. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I added make electric motor and make small electric motor to the electrical engineering textbook. So, and I read it, and here we are. So, we gotta make two of these things. The only thing that's kind of hard is the coils, as well as the steel rods associated with it. And I'm a little bit scared because I don't think we have enough steel rods. We don't have enough steel. Still, not enough steel, but we're gonna make as much as we can, and then I'll go and get more steel, unfortunately. So each one of these coils, let me go and pull that one up. A coil is an iron rod. Okay, all right. We may have enough. We may have enough. It's an iron rod, not a steel rod. Okay, every time I see rod now, it's like, oh god, it's another steel rod. But yeah, let's go ahead and make this. Start off by making some iron rods. I think I got some ironing in here somewhere. Here we go. Iron rod. Let's make 2 of them. All right, we actually had to make 4 of them because I need to make 2 coils per each one of these engines or motors. Let's see how much copper wire we have. That's not good that it's not lighting up there. See, come on, Johnny. We got copper wire, but I guess that's not 8 units, so I guess every copper wire is 4 units worth. So we gotta make some copper wire too then. So that means we need to make 8. Well, a little less than 8. Probably we'll make 8 anyways. So let's see, copper ingot. Make some copper wire here. So oh god, don't have a lot of it. Actually, I think the reason why it's only giving us 2 is because of our gas tank on our welder, maybe? That's probably what it is. It's always what it is. Yep, that's what it looks like. Alright, so I'm gonna make 8 of these copper wires. I know I collected a bunch of it, but it blew up along with the rest of the stuff that was over here. Let's go ahead and refill our tank here. And that should be able to give us what we need. So we already made 2 copper wire right now. Oop. Too quick there, Johnny, too quick. There we go. Full welding torch and gas tank. We'll go ahead and make as many of these wires as we can. There we go. We can make 8. So we'll just make another 6. Alright, that's 8 copper wire. Now, let's make those coils, shall we? There we go. Let's make all 4. Okay, so we have the 4 coils. We need to make 2 of these. So let's go ahead and make a small tin sheet. I don't even know I've been doing anything with tin. Got tons of tin powder. Let's see, did I make any tin ingot? Let's find out. I did. Okay, so let's make a small sheet. Oh, not a big deal. Let's make 4. It's the first time using tin. Woo! Excited! Alright, let's wait till we can make 4 of them, and then we'll find some magnetite. I hope I've been saving some of my magnetite powder. I think I have. It could be a possibility that I have to do a little bit of mining. Let's see, any magnetite? No, god, no. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of mining, and then we'll come back and build this stuff. Yeah, I don't see any here. I must have used all of it for iron, because you can use a magnetite powder for either iron or magnetite ingot. So let me, I'll be back as soon as I have, so I just need 2 of them. That's not a big deal. I'll be back as soon as that's done. All right, we got our 2 magnetite powder now. Let's go ahead and smelt this guy. Gotta drop my lighter, of course, as usual. All right, let's smelt these guys down. And I'm not sure I need the smelter. I think it's the smelter. Yeah. Oh, I need some charcoal. I always forget the charcoal. I use so much of it, I don't actually put it where I use it anymore. I just take it. So I don't want to do it there. I need the blast furnace. Where is my magnetite? Why can't I make magnetite? I always forget the coke when it comes to magnetite. How many coal over here? Doesn't look like it. Let's see, let's go grab some coal. Hopefully I have some. Do I have any? Oh good, I got enough. Used up all my coal earlier for steel, but good thing I've got some more. Let's go ahead and smelt these down into coke. There we go. Please, let me speed up time. There it is. Now we gotta head on over to the blast furnace, and now we should be able to make our magnetite ingots. Excellent. And let's drop the rest of this coke in here. There we go. Alright, let's see what we have and what we don't have so far. I dropped everything that was in my donkey previously into this little pallet truck here. Let me get it all back. Alright, all we're missing now is 2 steel rods and the electronics workbench. Not a big deal, let's go make those 2 rods. Alright, 2 rods got. Bring them on over to the electronics workbench and we'll be able to craft 2 of these bad boys now. Wow, that was a lot of work. So let's go ahead and see what we got left of the Macerator. Alright, looks like all we're missing is a generator, which we have a couple in the shed over there. And the electric piston. Let's see what the piston requires. Oh, another steel rod. Thanks. Oh god. I always do that. It's driving me crazy. Okay, and 2 metal sheets. That doesn't seem too bad. I think we're going to be using one of the steel gears and 2 of the copper cables from what we collected for the whole Macerator, so we're going to have to collect those back again, but it looks like we got everything. So let me make another steel rod, and hopefully it'll be the last one we have to make for, I guess forever, huh? Let's see. Alright, let's make the electric piston now. Alright, let's see what we have left to gather here. We got, oh, looks like we had enough copper cables. I think I just need to grab one more steel gear. There it is, and we'll walk on over to one of my generators. And oh, do I really have to pick it up for this to be labeled? Okay, let's do it. Okay, this one's actually pretty difficult to build, given that you have to have your generator in your hands when you're using this. So obviously I can't have my donkey in my main inventory, but here we go. Got everything. So calculator, 3 copper cables, 2 computer chips or circuit chips, a small electric motor, 6 steel gears, 2 grinder heads, electric piston, metal casing, solder gun with power, generator, work gloves. Come on, give it to me, baby. Give it to me. We make it? Are we making it? It looks like we're making it. And do we have it? We've got it! The Macerator is finally built. Let's see what this thing looks like. I do this during the day. Well, it was during the day when I started. Oh, cool. So we got the Macerator. So if you're not familiar with the Macerator, what this does is every time you smelt something, you grind something down, you get twice as much material from it. So I'll definitely be using this for like really rare resources like lead, or I don't know if you can do it for coke. I don't think you can. But anything that you grind, you'll basically get twice as much back. So like I said, because this uses gasoline to run, I think it uses like 13% of 13% of a gas can when you use it. You're definitely going to only use it when you really need it, unless you're like a master at making gasoline, which I happen to be, but I'm also extremely lazy at the same time. Anyways, that is it. We did it. We built every single workstation. It'd be way more dramatic if it was daytime. We did it. We built every single workstation that you could possibly make in Hydrocraft. There is still plenty to do, though. We didn't plant any trees. We didn't make any butterflies. We didn't do anything with this fishing pond. But regardless of that, though, we have built every workstation in Hydrocraft at this moment in time. Yes, we can do it all now. Thank God. Now I just need to organize all this mess. Looks crazy town right now. But anyways, we still got one more episode left with Linda Hall. I really wish I could wear something other than nothing during the summer, but yeah, it's okay. All right, so we still have one more episode left of Linda Hall's first series. We're going to play around with some of the cool stuff we can build, mostly weapons. We got the rocket launcher, a flamethrower, other stuff that we can make. I think I can make like a, what is it, like different types of bombs, like chemical bombs and whatnot. So we're going to mess around with that in the last episode of the series. And then after that, I may just do like a big stream where, you know, I'm just going to be on and you guys can ask me about anything Hydrocraft, as well as I can show you anything about Hydrocraft. So it's just going to be chilling with Linda Hall. And once that stream is done, I'm going to be hard at work doing some tutorials for Hydrocraft, and then maybe a couple months later, we'll do another series. But I'll explain all that in the last episode. Alrighty, folks, this is Johnnyonoes. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about Hydrocraft, Project Zomboid, anything at all, please go ahead and leave your questions in the comments section below, and I will catch you all in the next episode. See you around.